So, good morning. In the previous classes, we have discussed about system software and about some utility softwares. System softwares basically needed for the system like operating systems, compilers, and some utility softwares, those are required for running the system smoothly. We have discussed in the previous classes. So, today we will discuss about the application softwares. It is the second part of the type of software, application software. As the name suggests, application software, it is basically used for all application softwares used for some specific applications. Specific applications. So, these are application oriented softwares for different purpose, for different application they are used. So, we can define it like it consists of a program, it consists of programs, a bunch of programs, a collection of integration of programs designed to make users more productive and assist with personal work, personal task, okay, assist with personal tasks. Some of the examples we can see where the application softwares can be used. It can be used to make business activities more efficient. We will discuss in detail what business activities are. Okay. It assists with graphics and multimedia projects. It supports home, personal and educational tasks, and it facilitates communication. We will discuss about each of them, but basically these are the purpose, these are the tasks for which a person is going to use one of the application software. So, here we can see some of the application softwares are examples of some application software category wise are displayed here. Some of the business softwares are word processing software, spreadsheet software, database, presentation, note taking, personal information manager, business software for phones, okay, etc. And for graphics and multimedia, the softwares like CAD, computer aided design, desktop publishing, paint image editing, photo editing, video audio editing, multimedia authoring, web page authoring or web authoring. Okay. Similarly, some of the examples of application software that is used for home, personal, educational purpose are software suite, personal finance, legal, tax preparation, desktop publishing. All these are the examples of the home, the application software used for the purpose of home, personal and educational purpose. Now, the last category of software is the communication software, and the type of software, the examples of some of the communication softwares are like web browser, email. We all are very much acquainted with all these things. Web browser, email, blogging, instant messaging, chat room, FTP, file transfer protocol, text, picture, video messaging, voice over IP and video conferencing. These are some of the examples of application software used for the purpose of communication. Okay. So, we will discuss about few of these softwares in the following slides. We will discuss about few of these softwares of each category, business and multimedia, graphics and home, personal, educational type of application software and communication software. So, moving next, application softwares are present in variety forms. Application softwares are available in variety forms, like it is available as a package software. Package software means integration of many softwares packaged, bundled together, okay, that makes a package software. Custom software, software that can be customized according to the user requirement. It can be customized, the user can set the according to its requirement, he can configure the software. Okay. Then web application, these are basically used for the development of web pages and web related work. Okay. Then open source software, open source softwares are the softwares, those are available freely in the market. They have no cost, and any user using open source software, he can make changes in that software without taking the permission of anyone. and he can make modification of that, can create any version of that software and make available in the market. Similarly, shareware, freeware and public domain software, these are some of the variety of application softwares. As you can see in this diagram, it explains. So, what is the purpose, why basically the application software is used. We know that the system software, it serves as the interface between the user and the application software. We before this we have discussed about some of the system softwares like operating system, compiler, device drivers. Those are the softwares, those are used as the interface between the user and the hardware, user and the system, to make the system use, to make the to use the system properly. We have with the system we have different types of hardwares, and we have different types of hardwares, and the user can this system software make the interface between the user and the hardware. The user can it enables the user to use the specific hardware, that is system software. Application software, it is also the system software also makes an interface between the user and the application software. Application softwares, system software serves as the interface between the user and the application software and the computer hardware. Some of the utility programs we have discussed in the previous class. As you can see in this diagram, it shows the system software and the application software, they are at the middle, and the user and the hardware is there. So, the system software serves as the interface between the user and application software, and user and the hardware. Okay. Moving next, how to open, how to use one of the application software, how to open the application software in a system, and how to use it. How to start and interact with programs, it explains here from Windows. In Windows operating system, if you have some application softwares installed, then how we can use it. Okay. It says the step 1 is, when you switch on the PC, Windows loads its memory and displays the desktop on the screen, and there is a start button. Okay. On the task bar at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of the desktop, we can find the task bar, and there you can find a button, that is a start button. As you click on the start button, it shows the as you can see here, it shows all the softwares installed on this system, all the softwares available on this system. Here it explains how to open MS Paint. Paint is one of the application software that is used for the purpose of editing photographs, creating and editing photographs. So, MS Paint, how to open, it explains here how to open. So, click on the start button, go to accessories, and in accessories you can find MS Paint. Okay. And as you click on Paint, you can see on the right side this one is the application open, this one is the application that is open, that is Paint. You can open any existing photograph here, you can open any existing image here from the gallery, and you may edit it, or you may create your own photographs here, you can create it also. So, in order to open this, you go to file and open, and it shows here the open dialog box in the Paint. How to open? You can open any image and you can edit it. The tools are available on this side, left side you can find the tools. These are the tools available. You can use any of these tools. These are to color the image, to change the texture of the image, to add any other kind of shape in that image, you can use this. Now, in order to print the image, you can go to file, print file. In that menu you can find one of the menu name is file. You can click on file, then go to print, you will find a print dialog box like this. Select the printer installed on your system, and then go to print. You can print also here. That means, using this MS Paint application software, we can create image, we can edit the image, we can get the prints of the image also. Okay. It explains the steps how we can use one application software. Okay. Moving next, So, we will discuss about each of the category of application software. This is the first kind, that is the business software. Okay. The first kind of application software is the business software. Business software is application software that assists people while performing business activities. While performing business activities, it helps, this business software helps to make the tax easy. Okay. And what sort of activities can be performed by using any of the business software? This is like word processing, spreadsheet. Word processing basically it is used for creating and editing the documents, creating editing documents. Okay. And spreadsheet software, that is used to maintain data, in a tabular form in row and columns. Okay. That is a spreadsheet software. Database, that is used to store a huge amount of information, and we can easily work on a huge amount of information. It stores data in a proper way. Okay. So that it can be easy to access and work in data. Then presentation, to make a presentation to a group of people. You can as I make the presentation here to explain you the things. This is by using one of the presentation software. So you can make presentation. We can make presentation to deliver in front of a group of people that by using the software, and that is one of the business software. Then note taking, for taking notes while working in the system, your daily activities or anything you want to keep a note of for the future use, then you can use the software, note taking. Okay. And then comes personal information manager, PIM, personal information manager, business software for phones, and business software suites. That is a basically suites means it is a collection of all type of business softwares that makes the business software suites. Then project management, for in order to manage the project, to track the to create the project, to maintain the resources, to find the cost of the project, and to track the progress of the project. That is all can be maintained by using a business software, that is project management. Accounting software, that is for maintaining the financial transaction of can be used. And document management, enterprise computing software. These are some of the business softwares available, and we will discuss few of them in detail. So, it starts with the word processing software. The word processing software, it allows user to create and manipulate documents. So, we can create documents here, we can manipulate documents here, we can edit the document, we can get the print of the document, we can send mail to other people also by creating a document here, word processing software. Okay. In word processing software, basically it is used in organizations, in office for preparing the letters. As you can find here, this is the word processing software, one of the word processing software, MS Word, that is opened here. There is a letter written here, you can see. We can create letters, we can add images also. These are clip art images, the images are present in the clip art gallery. There is a clip art is a collection of electronic drawings, photos and other images. If you have any stored image in your system, then you can use it here, or you may insert an image externally from any other device. Okay. The first line you can see in this word processing software, this is one of the menu open. It shows here how to edit the text like bold, italic, underline. All these formatting of the text of the document can be made here. Okay. Moving to next, what more we can do with word processing software? What more we can do with the word processing software? These are some of the activities we can do using word processing software. What is autocorrect? Autocorrect is the feature in which a misspelled word can be automatically corrected by the system. misspelled word while writing the document, while preparing the document. You suppose you write a word and that is misspelled. Sometimes while writing we do mistakes. So, if that is been that is identified, then that is been rectified automatically by the system, that is autocorrect. Auto format, you can define a format for specific text and you can apply those formats to the text you have selected, that is auto format. Collaboration, columns, you can define columns, you can define tables in which you have rows and columns. You also can define you also can define a page into columns. You can separate a page into columns by using that feature. As you can see in some of the books, we find in each page there are multiple columns, the document present in multiple columns, that we can do also. Grammar checker, that is available. After writing the document, if you want to check whether the document is grammatically correct or not, then that is also available, built in with the word processing software, that check the grammar and makes on makes underline of the mistakes and suggest what can be the replacement for that, what the grammar should be correctly, how the grammar should be correctly expressed, then you can make the changes accordingly. Then input, then macros, you can define a set of activities, that is called macros. You can define a set of regular activity. If you are doing while using a document, you are doing some regular activity and that is not going to change usually, you can define it as a macro and you can record it and you can run it whenever required. Melmos, to prepare a huge amount of letters. The letter format is there is a format of the letter in which only the address part and the recipient who is going to get the letter, that part is going to change. Suppose the address and the name of the recipient is going to change and basically the letter is the same letter is to be sent to many peoples. You can use this feature Melmos to quickly prepare that those letters. Okay. There is a way to create that letter. You can create as many number of letters. You make one copy of it, you maintain the database, of the peoples, the recipients with the address, and define the place where they are going to be inserted in the in that letter, and you can insert it and make a number of letters, copies of that letters. Then reading layouts, you can design the layouts, different layouts. You can do research. Okay. By opening how it helps in research. If suppose you are going to prepare a document on your research, then you can you always need to refer to different documents in the web. We take the help of the papers, research papers that is been already published by other authors. We take the help of reference of them and we take some idea from them, and those papers you can open and you can edit, you can take some idea from that and you can make your own research paper here also. Search and replace, this option is used to find a word, a particular word. If you want to in the document you want to search a word, then you can go for it, and you can, if you want to replace it with another word, then you also can replace it. That is called search and replace. It can search for you. If the document is one page, you can easily search a word. If the document is 50, 100 number of pages or some 1000 number of pages, then it is difficult to search a particular word. You want to search a name, or if you want to suppose search a particular address, or if you want to search a particular any specific word, then it helps you to search that. No need to go through all the documents regularly. You just go to the option and give the word you want to search, and it is going to search you, highlight the text you want to search wherever it is available, and that you can replace also with a new text. Then smart tags, you can define some points, some locations in your document, that is called smart tags for future reference. Easily you can move to that particular point whenever required. Okay. এই কেবলটা নেই ମୁଁ ଯଦି ମୁଭ୍ କରିବି ସେଠି ମୁଭ୍ କରିପାରୁନି ଆସିନି. So next comes the tables. Tables helps to represent data in a tabular form. In a word processing document, you can create tables and store the data in rows and columns by using this feature table. Then the templates, we can create templates if a particular type of you are working in an organization and you want a particular template for every letter or every document you prepare for the organization, then you can create a template for that template of the document, and whenever in future whenever you are going to create a document you use that template. So, the that will define a standard for the organization. Then Thesaurus similarly, and tracking changes, voice recognition, web page development. Web page development is also, it is also you can design web pages or a part of the web page. Sometimes in web page also we prepare documents, we need to make the documents, and those documents you can create here and make a link of that, you can link it to the any of the web pages. So, these are some of the activities, the tasks we can perform by using any word processing software. Moving next, what basically we do in a word processing document, we can create a document, we can edit document, and we can format a document. When you are going to create a document, we enter text, numbers, insert images, and perform other type of tasks, whatever required in the document we insert it. Then if needed we may need to modify it, that is called edit a document, make changes to the existing document, insert something new, delete from something that is not required or it is added, or then cutting document, copying and pasting. Copying and pasting means some text or some things in the document you want to make available in some other places, with instead of writing or instead of preparing it again, you can take you can copy it and paste it the other place. And you can format the document whenever required, you can change the font face, you can change the font size, you can change the font color, you can change the background of the document, that these are called the things of formatting a document. You can change the background of the document, you can change the color of the document, okay, and you can change the size of font and the face, bold, italic, underline, these are some of the face you can change, okay, for the fonts of the document. Then coming to the next type of business software is a spreadsheet software. Spreadsheet software, it allows users to organize data in rows and columns and perform calculations. As you can see, the Microsoft Excel is the popular spreadsheet software that is used mostly. As you can see in this figure, it is shown. As you can see in this figure, it is shown. This is a Microsoft Excel application. This is a spreadsheet application software. Here you can maintain the data, basically the numerical data we maintain here. A huge amount of data can be stored here in a tabular form in rows and columns, as you can see, and we can make some calculations. It makes the calculations easy. There are many features of a spreadsheet software. This is the example of the spreadsheet software. Let us see what are the features of a spreadsheet software. In the next slide, we will see what we can do with the spreadsheet software. In a spreadsheet software, there are functions. Data can be maintained in Word document also, but maintaining the data in row and columns in a tabular form in a spreadsheet software, as we see in the previous slide, we can perform some mathematical operations on them. We can perform regular mathematical operations on them, and these are the predefined functions available in the spreadsheet software. We can use it like FV, NPV, PMT, PV, rate, INT, absolute value, time, now, round, square root, sum, average, count, max, all these things, mean, standard deviation, if. We also can write conditional statements by using the function if. So, these are the formulas defined in the form of functions. We can use them to make the mathematical calculations in a spreadsheet program. Basically, spreadsheet software is used to maintain numerical data, as I told. So, on numerical data we need to perform these operations. So, for performing those operations, these are some of the functions available with the spreadsheet software. Then another application of this another thing what we can do when we have a huge amount of data, it is not always easily understandable. Looking at the data, you cannot make analysis of data. So, what we can do, we have the facility of in the spreadsheet application software, we have the facility to define a chart. Chart is a graphical form of a data. Data is basically present in rows and column, and chart shows the analysis of the data in a pictorial form, in a graphical form, as you can see, line chart, bar chart, and this is called a pie chart. There are three type of charts shown here. The first one is a line chart. It shows the in a two dimensional form, x axis and y axis. It shows in x axis it shows the name of month, and in y axis it shows the amount. Similarly, it makes a line chart. Okay. Here also the same chart we can see in the form of bars. The data, the figures are represented in the form of bars here. Here the figures are represented in dots and they are connected to make the graph, but here the data is represented in the form of bars, as you can see, bars. And similarly, the same data is represented here in a pie chart. Pie chart, it is a circle divided into portions, divided into some sectors. As you can see, it is divided into sectors according to the percentage of data it is going to represent. The circle is 100% and the amount of data represented, it is defined by a sector. As you can see, it is divided, that is called a pie chart. So, data can be represented when it is present in a spreadsheet application software, that also can be expressed in the form of pictures like this, that is called a chart. Then moving to the next application software is a database. Database is widely used nowadays because when we are going to work on a system, we are going to keep records of data. It is not the data for of 10 peoples or 20 peoples or 100 people, it may be lakhs of people's data we are going to maintain, and to maintain lakhs of the information or some lakhs of peoples or crores of peoples or crores of data, individual data, it is very difficult to maintain it in a spreadsheet. And maintaining in spreadsheet also is not maintaining in a spreadsheet, you will not be able to work efficiently in the data. What type of data you want exactly, for that you may not able to write a query, you may not able to write a query statement, okay, conditional statement. But if you maintain a database, here it is shown MS Access. MS Access is the database application opened here. It also maintains data in a tabular form in rows and columns, but managing the data, retrieving the data, working with the data, and is more efficient here by using the database. Okay. So, database is a collection of data organized in a manner that allows access, retrieval and use of the data. If you can access it quickly and efficiently, if you can retrieve it, access it, then you can use it also. So, it makes the data these operations faster. Database software allows users to create, access and manage a database. Database, the software that keeps the data, that is called a database, the entity that keeps the data, that is called a database, and the application that enables to use the database, to manage the database, that is database application or database software. Okay. As you can see here, Microsoft Access database application here. There is a table created, there are 3 tables created, client and trainees. In client you can find each of the data is having a column heading, client number, last name, first name, address, telephone number, amount paid, balance and trainer number, all these things. Here another table that is open, trainer, this one is client, this one is trainer, 2 tables are open and it is on a particular database or that is on Microsoft Access. Okay. And moving next is a presentation software. One of the another application software is the presentation software. as I told, if you want something to present before a group of people, to present before a gathering, then you like we do here, we can make a presentation of the thing and we can present it. That is one of the presentation software is Microsoft PowerPoint, MS PowerPoint, that is available with Microsoft Office, okay, package suite Microsoft Office, that is available. It allows users to create visual aids for presentations, to communicate ideas, messages and other information to a group. Okay. We can make visual aid, we can make visual presentation, we can communicate the ideas and messages to the group in an efficient way and in an easy way. This is the application. This is the application open. Microsoft PowerPoint is the application. As you can see here, it shows the application. There are certain templates available. There are some templates available for making the presentation. The themes, these are called the themes of the presentation. Predefined themes available. You can choose any of the themes to make a presentation. And here also, like, you can add documents, you can add text, you can insert images and make the presentation. Each of the presentation, each of the page of the presentation is known as a slide. Slide. We can make many number of slides and we can format it, adding text and figures. Here also we can put the graphs and the charts, as we see in spreadsheet application. Then next comes the note taking software. Note taking software, this is the software that is used for that is the application software enables users to enter typed text, handwritten comments and drawing sketches anywhere on a page to make a note of the thing. Rough note, we sometimes while working on something, we want to make a note of the things, we want to write something, we are doing a research on a particular thing, particular subject, and we want to put the own opinion, own notes there. We can make it by using this. As you can see, it makes a note here, the note taking software. All are the application software used for specific applications for a particular purpose of the user. Then, as I told, the software suite is a collection of individual programs available together as a unit. Then personal information manager is application software that includes appointment calendar, address book, notepad. Personal appointment calendar, we can maintain a personal appointment calendar, whom I have to meet on which date. I can make a predetermined calendar of it, predefined calendar of it. I can have an address book, I can keep the address of the persons I know, I can maintain their address. I can use a notepad by using this application software, personal information manager. Then some of the application softwares we have discussed are scaled down, are in reduced form, or are scaled down to accommodate in mobile phones also. All these application software, word processing document, that is available for mobile phones, spreadsheet application, that is also scaled down, the size is reduced for limited use in mobile device. All these can be used in a reduced form in mobile devices. They have the form also. Then other application softwares like project management software, as I told, it allows the user to plan, schedule, track, analyze the events, resources, and to determine the cost of the project. At any time you can determine the cost of the project by analyzing the events and the resources. Then the accounting software, it helps the companies to record, report their financial transactions. Tally is one such popular accounting software that is used for this purpose, accounting, for keeping the record and reporting the financial transactions. Then the next is document management software. It provides a mean for sharing, distributing, searching through documents. It helps to share to share documents in an organization. In an organization, if we want some document to be shared among the peoples at different levels, then we have some application software that is called document management software. We can implement in the organization, and using that we can share the documents, or we can share the digital documents easily among the users. Basically, we need the application software for this purpose, for human resource, accounting, engineering, marketing, sales, distribution, customer service and information technology. For enterprises nowadays, these are the purpose why these application softwares are used. Then coming to graphics and multimedia software, these are the examples of graphics and multimedia softwares, and we are going to discuss about them. They are categorized in the coming slide. We will see they are categorized into different types, like computer aided design software, desktop publishing software, paint and image editing software, okay, and professional photo editing software, video audio editing software. These are some of the graphics and multimedia softwares, multimedia authoring software or web authoring software. We can see the examples of these categories of softwares. We can see the examples in the previous slide. Computer aided software, CAD application software, that is manufacturer is Autodesk and the program name is AutoCAD. Similarly, Chief Architect, Visio, that is by Microsoft. These are all computer aided design. These are basically used for civil engineers for the purpose of designing the architecture of the structure they are going to build. It helps in that in that. Then comes the desktop publishing software, Adobe. It has the application that is InDesign. Ventura is by Corel, and these are some paint and image editing software. That is Illustrator by Adobe, Painter by Corel. Microsoft, the application software is Express Design. Similarly, these are some of the examples of application softwares of the web page authoring software, that is Dreamweaver, Fireworks, Flash, Expression Wave, SharePoint Designer, they are of Microsoft. Okay. For the purpose of designing web pages, those are the softwares used. MediaCell video converter, these are some of the softwares, application software. Then coming to web page authoring software, it helps users of all skill levels to create web pages that include multimedia and interactive contents. Nowadays, the web page is the most useful way of sharing information. Web page is a useful way of sharing information, and everybody needs to know, and everybody design their own web page. So, in that respect, we have many application softwares available in the market. They provide the tools for the users to easily create their own web pages. The tools available in this example, in this figure, as you can see, we can create the pages. All the tools are available. You can create your own web page, you can change whatever image you want, the way you want, the menu, all the things. Okay, we can do this and we can create the web pages. And software for home personal educational use. For personal finance software, there are personal finance software, legal software, tax preparation software like Tax Edit, legal software like Wheelmaker, personal finance software, they are also used as application softwares. Some home personal educational softwares, these are used for personal photo editing, paint image editing and DTP software. We can keep and maintain the gallery, we can keep a stock of the images or photographs in our system by using this ClipArt image gallery. We can edit the video and audio by using some softwares, that is video audio editing software. Okay. So, these are the application, application for which the application softwares are used. Vast number of applications are there for which the application softwares are used. The system softwares are limited, the system activity is limited, system softwares are limited, but application software there is no limit of how many application softwares are there and in what way it helps. Okay. There are many areas it helps in the application software helps, and there are many application software used from for a lot of purpose. For educational purpose also we use this nowadays, like for taking the online classes we use Google Meet, we use Zoom like application software. They make the online video conferencing, so that online classes can be taken for the students, educational purpose. So, for entertainment we have for audio, video, visuals playing softwares, that is used for entertainment purpose. For web, what is web application? Web application is a website that allows user to access and interact with software from any computer or device that is connected to internet. Now, what internet is? Web application, basically when we talk about web application, internet, we need to understand what internet is. Internet is interconnected of networks, small networks or networks are connected together to make the internet, that is a wave. Okay. And World Wide Web is the largest internet, the largest network is World Wide Web. It is a consortium that is been monitored and maintained by some people, group of people, and the standards protocols defined so that the peoples can be connected worldwide, peoples can be connected abiding by those rules and standards, they can be connected, they can communicate with each other. And all those applications for the making of the web pages, for sharing of the document, for sharing of the things in web, that makes a web application. And some of the applications, web applications are given here, the program name, popular web applications, Britannica.com, it is for reference, it gives a huge amount of information about all the things you can find in the world, that is Britannica.com, that is a reference type of application software. Dictionary.com, similarly Flickr, photo editing and photo management. These applications are available on the web, they are not available as a software, they are available on the web. You go to web, use the software, work on them and close. When it is finished, you do not need to install it on your own system. That is how it differs from the other application software. They are available on the web, they are at the remote server, you use them on the web, and when finished you close it. Okay. They are like Flickr, photo editing and photo management software. Gmail we use for the purpose of email, for preparing mail and sending and receiving mail, email, we use Gmail. Google Docs for productive suite, Google Earth for traveling and mapping. For mapping locations and traveling, during traveling we need to identify a location, we want to see the map of reaching at a destination, we want to see the path, how we can quickly and easily reach at the destination, we can use that Google Map. MSN Encarta, that is for reference, Photoshop Express photo editing, Picnic, that is for photo editing, Tax Act Online, that is for tax preparation. Okay. And TurboTax Online, tax preparation, Windows Live Calendar for personal information manager. These are all available on the web. We can use it through internet, we can use these softwares available on the web. Okay. And to get the applications on the available on the web, you need a browser. We can find any browser nowadays, many browsers available like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome or Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, any browser you open, and in the address bar of the browser you can see the address bar. Here the address bar, this bar is the address bar of the browser. You write there Britannica.com, then it is going to open that page. Okay, it is the server is at some remote place, and you give the address in the address bar, and it is going to open that page Britannica.com. You can get the information, you can browse through the document, you can browse through the page, surf through the page to get your information what you want. Okay. This is how you open a page in internet. You open a browser, in the address bar write the address, the home page, the default page is opened, then you browse through the page. Okay. Then some of the application softwares used for communication. Some of the application softwares used for the communication are like web browser, email, instant messaging, chat room, blogging, text, picture, video messaging, FTP, video conferencing, news group, message board. All these are the application software used for the purpose of communication. We all have some idea about all these things. Blogging means you can create your own website and you can update it day to day with some information, so that it is helpful for others who are following your blogging site. There are some learning tools available as application softwares like online help. If on the web, if you want help on a particular software, that is the advantage of though help is available in every application software, help is available. That is because the software is made by some organization and you are going to use it, install and use it. If any difficulty you find in using the application software, you can get the help of the software. Online also, if you want the help of any help regarding any software, you can get the online help. Open the browser, go to any search engine and write what kind of help you want, then it will be available. Like Google search, you can use the search engine, we can get the help, online help. Okay. You can ask any question and related the question we will find some answers available on the web. For the purpose of learning, Microsoft for the purpose of learning, one software that is that comes with Microsoft Office, okay, that helps to that helps as a learning tool. Learning tools used for applications or learning tools for application software. The some web based training is a type of comprehensive tutorial CBT that is that uses internet technology and consists of application software on the web. Okay. It helps in distance learning. The teacher is available in some remote place, the students are available at different places. Nowadays, like the online classes are going on, all the people are present at different location. The teacher is at some other location, he is taking the class and the people is connected on net and there the class is going on like that. That is called distance learning. For that also softwares are available, and this is all about the application software, what we need to know some of the application software, and in brief what are the use and what are the how we use each of the application software is. Okay. Thank you very much. बंद कर दिया भाई.